In this lesson, I'm going to demonstrate the concept of Java packages. So basically, a Java package is a technique for organizing Java classes into namespaces, similar to, let's say, modules. These packages can then be stored in compressed files, such as the JAR files, for example, and allowing classes to be downloaded faster as groups rather than individually. So just think of it as a box where you place various Java classes and you create a package and you give it a name. And within this package, or the namespace, which organizes simply a set of related classes or interfaces. So conceptually, you can think of packages as being similar to different folders on your computer, right? So you have folders and you have subfolders, and each folder contains various documents. So you might keep certain HTML pages in one folder, images in another folder, and scripts or applications in yet another. And within Java programming, it can be composed of hundreds or thousands of individual classes, and it makes sense to keep things organized by placing related classes into various packages. So what are the main advantages of using a package? Well, obviously, first is the reusability of code is one of the most important requirements within the software industry. So reusability saves time, effort, and also ensures consistency. So once you develop a class, for example, it can be reused by any number of programs. Secondly, it is easy to locate the files. So if you have a bunch of classes grouped within a package, you can easily remember by going to the package and navigating. Very similar to your, again, the folder hierarchy within your Windows Explorer. There are certain built-in packages, obviously, in Java. And these are already defined, like java.io, java.lang, and so on. And these are built-in packages. The other packages are called user-defined packages. In other words, these packages are something that we create ourselves. So let me, in fact, demonstrate creating packages using our Eclipse editor. There are a couple of ways you can do it, but since we're using the Java Eclipse editor for this course, I'm going to demonstrate using the Eclipse editor and creating Java packages. So within our workspace, and on the left is the Package Explorer. So notice we've been working with the Java Introduction folder, right? The icon represents a folder, and if I expand this folder, it contains a subfolder called SRC. If I were to expand this particular folder, notice a default package would come up. And within this default package, in fact, if I were to expand this, you'll notice it contains all of the Java files that we have been working with in this course so far. So for example, if I were to open up the bank.java, it will bring up the code for this Java file. And within this file, if I were to further expand this, notice I have my classes, which is the bank class, and of course the main methods. So this way, since we've been using the default folder called Java Introduction, we've been creating all these Java files within a single default package. Obviously, each of these files belong to a different lesson, but if they were to group together, for instance, if they belonged to the same program, and if I were to group, let's say, the bank.java and bike1.java, I could in fact create a new package and then place these two Java files within that package. It's really that simple. So let me go ahead, in fact, create a new package and place a couple of files so you can actually see. So let me go ahead and right click on source, click new, and then one of the options is called a package. So choose package, brings up the new Java package dialog box. This is where I can create a new package. The source folder, of course, is the Java Introduction /src. I can, of course, browse and give it another source folder on my computer and simply provide a name for the Java package. So we're going to call it test package. I can also create package-info.java, but since I'm giving it my own name, I'm just going to give it a name and click finish. And this creates a test package. Obviously, there's nothing within this package at this point. Let's place some files within this package. Of course, I can create a new Java program or Java file and then save within the test package. But for demonstration purposes, let me expand our existing default package. And here's our test package on the bottom. Let's say I like to place the test5 file within this new package that we created. So I can simply go ahead and just drag and drop the test5.java into the test package. So if I expand the test package now, notice it'll have the test5.java. And if I were to open this test5.java, you'll notice something different within the code. And you got it. The very first line, it says package test package. So now at this point, Java knows that this test5.java belongs to a package name called test package. And if you were to create a new Java file, for example, you can always start off with providing a package name, if that's what you would like, and then of course create your own program. Similarly, I can always place, let's say, test7 within my test package folder as well. But since test7 right now is not in the test package folder, it's right now in the default package, right? So let me go ahead and just open it up, and notice at this point it just says public class test7 and of course the piece of code. Now watch what happens when I simply drag and place this within the test package. And now if I were to open this test7, notice Java automatically places the first line as package space and then test package. So really that's simple when you're trying to organize your Java files. Or if you were to write new code, of course you can give it a package name before you even begin writing the program. Great. Next, let me show you the concept of workspace. Everything that is saved obviously is saved in the workspace. So for example, let me go ahead and click on, let's say, Window up on the menu, and then click on Preferences. The Preferences dialog box appears, and one of the options is General. Let me expand the General options, and on the bottom here it says Workspace. So let me click on Workspace. This is where you can specify and set your various properties and options for your workspace. And notice, I'd like to show you, here is the workspace path. So on my C drive within these folders, using this path, and the last folder is workspace, this is where all of my files are stored physically. So for example, the bank.java and test.5.java, test7.java, and all of the files within my packages are in fact stored in this folder called workspace. So this is how you would know the folder where all the files exist. We can of course check this box which says show workspace path and window title, or you can choose not to. So it's your own preference that you can use. And there are a bunch of other options that you can also take a look at and choose based on your own requirement. But at this point, just wanted to show you the workspace and the path of the folder. Now, if I were to navigate to my Windows Explorer, for example, let me in fact show you that so you can see the files. So here's the Java introduction folder, which contains the src, and notice it contains all the Java files. And within this src folder, we just created a package called test package, right? So if I were to expand the src folder and click on test package, then you will see the test5.java and test7.java files within our new package that we just created called test package. So it's nothing but just creating directories and organizing your Java files within various packages. And it's a very good practice, by the way, if you were to use packages when you create different Java programs or classes. So let's navigate back to our Eclipse editor. So I'm going to click OK on the preferences window. Perfect. So just wanted to quickly demonstrate how to create various packages. So at this point we have our default package, and of course we have our test package. And the important thing to remember is that Java places the name of the package. We can always create sub packages as well, which means just creating a subfolder. So I can have something like package.testpackage.1, for example, right? I would have to have the test package.1 created within the test package folder. So right click on the test package, click on new, package one more time, and I can say test package, or I can say something like test package.new sub, click finish, and notice it will create a new package. And let me fix this. So get rid of this. Perfect. So this is a sub package within the test package. And of course, there are no Java files within the sub package. I can always drag and drop and organize accordingly. If I were to navigate back to my Windows Explorer, notice the new sub folder is already created. And of course, at this point, it does not contain any Java files. So I hope this helps. Practice using and creating various Java packages and organize your code so that it's easier and you can reuse that code later on in various Java programs. And with this, let's move to the next lesson.